The church does not have, apart from tithe offering, we don't have subvention. So if the church must take care of the poor, what is the work of government?
Okay. Let me begin by saying that only one group of people are mandated by God to take care of the poor.
Yes.
That group of people are mandated by the Lord Jesus Christ. That's why I said, Jesus Christ said on 2 occasions, with Lazarus and the rich man, and Matthew 25, that if you don't take care of the poor, and he's talking to us believers, we are going to hell. The role of the government is the role of the government. And that is why I was saying that it was the church that influenced the governments to set up the social welfare schemes. All governments that set up social welfare, beginning with America, the New Deal, the social welfare scheme that was set up there. It was the church, it was the inspiration of the church. In England, the Labour Party social welfare scheme, inspired by the church. And let me tell you what happened to me personally. In 2014, I was nominated to write one of three, Utomi, sorry. I'm trying to remember. Pat Utomi.
Professor Pat.
Pat Utomi, myself, and Wale Edun, who is the current Minister of Finance and the Economy, were asked to write the manifesto and constitution for the APC. The APC, of course, as you know, at the time was just being formed and all that. One of the things that struck me as a Christian was that we had to write into that document a social investment program. I had been doing a lot of work in my own church, feeding, the poor. We were able to feed sometimes about 500 people. We had soup kitchens and all that. But it was only after we had written this into our constitution, we had a social investment program, we had a homegrown school feeding program. While I managed that, I didn't know I was going to become vice presidential candidate or even vice president of Nigeria at the time. There was no indication that any such thing was going to be the case. But as it turned out, after we had written this into the constitution, not only did I become vice president, I was also put in charge of that program for its first 3 years. We were able to do a homegrown school feeding program from our 500 people that I was able to feed to 9.6 million children every day in 30 states. This is the way that we as Christians influence governments. It's the way that we influence everything. If we get a chance, a real chance to lead, the sky is the limit.